retaliate immediately because you won't see him for months. So what we did, we said, well, we'll wait. We'll talk to him for 4 games and then drill him. And that's the way it used to work. Yeah. Maybe it's premeditated. I went to the rink, and I hate to mention this even, I went to the rink wondering how I was going to get a guy because he got me last game. And that's, if you say, if that's toughness, yeah, I was tough. I was always one. I didn't want to be on the losing end of anything. So it's, even to the point we had a teammate who used to be not really a teammate in the aspect that he went into a position and came off the ice after going into their end, which meant that I had to go across the ice. That's 85 feet, 2/3 up the rink. It's got to leave me about 120 feet or so. I can't get into the play in time to check my man. So when I got in front of the net, the camera clicked me right in front of their scoring goals. I didn't like it. So the management asked me where I was at the particular play, and you said, well, toughness was a way of giving a message. So when I told the guy, don't ever do that to me again, he did it to me, and he had one leg on the boards, and I hit him right with my glove on right between the eyes. I blew him over on the ice. I said, finish the play. And so toughness is that. Then you'd call me tough. But basically, if I was hit clean, I forgot about it. That's part of the game. I just didn't like anything behind, and anything coming in behind, and that's where a lot of the backs are going in the game today. I came over the top. It could have been one of the family. Anybody bothered me where I had no protection, yes, I was tough. I came over that way, but it was. I think more of my toughness was in self-protection.
First 3 years in pro hockey, did you think, with the Detroit Red Wings, did you feel this is going to be a Hall of Fame career?
No, I just, matter of fact, I made some money and I bought a couple of suits and I was made. And then my first year was in the U.S. Hockey League, and so I guess from my beginning, maybe that helped me an awful lot. I went home, saved money, and put plumbing in for Mom and Dad, and that was the first plumbing. My dad at that time said, what's this world come to? He used to cook outside, you know, cook inside. Now we're cooking outside, and in reverse with the bathrooms. You know, we're laughing all about it. But he, no, I was called nothing but a doctor bill when I first started. I had, when I was in Omaha, I had ruptured myself and had to have a repair job. And then in the first time up in Detroit, I had a knee operation and then something else, and then a second knee operation. And in 50, I got hurt severely when I almost lost the eye. It cut the retina a little, broke my nose and my cheekbone. Then I hurt myself. I fell into the boards, and they had to have a operation to relieve pressure from the brain. Gave me like double vision for a long time. And that is the, when I snuck in the bathroom and I looked and I could see visually something, I went back in bed and relaxed. But there was, and then I won the first scoring title after that.
No,
but I was. The dream, the only dream I had is when I finally scored 30-some goals after about three or 4 years. Then I started to look at the Rocket Richard and look and said, he's been in the league 18 years. I know I can do it because my age was on my side. At that time, we were tremendous rivals because Rocket Richard was the man, and he was there, and we had a lot of, it wasn't dislike, it was hatred. It was what it was. We were taught to hate in those days. It was really quite funny, and I can proudly say I'm a good friend of Rockets now. We did commercials together and golf together. It's fun and to be partners, but that's the way sports should be. When it's off the field, and you forget the darn thing. So what happened with the Rocket, I almost felt like going over the bench and giving him the puck. You know, but no, he even came out and said he's got more goals than I have, but I got more important ones. And I said they didn't mean that much to me. You know?
Well, early on in your career, and you alluded to it a few moments ago, but the name that I'm going to bring up, you tell us about the incident. Ted Kennedy.
Oh, Teddy, that's where I got hurt extremely well. Ted was just a good hockey player, and where I ran into trouble, I came back on my check, and he happened to be over on the left side, and being upright, that's my check. So when I was squeezing him down, I was going to, no doubt in my mind, I was going to run him out, it was legal play. But what happened, I looked over to my right to see where, if any, he could pass that puck, and Smith was ahead of the play. So what I did, I leaned over, which put me about that high off the ice. So he'd released the pass already when I took that luck. He made the pass, and then he came around for protection, which is the way you get the lumber between yourself and the other guy. And he went like this, but on the way up, because my head was low, he caught me right in the eye. And that's the last thing I remember. I just felt that pain as it hit me, and then I woke up in the hospital when they're drilling a hole in my head. But it was just, there was no animosity towards it. There was with my teammates. God, every time this guy come near the puck, he had about 8 sticks on him. But they, that's what teammates basically are for, and it was kind of a brutal hockey game from that point out. But the Red Wings won out. That was the first Stanley Cup we won, and that's why it was important, but it didn't mean a lot to me because I only played part of one game.
And it put your career in jeopardy, the injury?
They thought my life was in jeopardy for a while. They didn't know, and as a matter of fact, the city of Saskatoon, where my folks lived, the radio station stayed up all night to broadcast how my life was, but I had no idea that was going on, because the next morning or two, I guess I lost about 24 hours in there somewhere, but I woke up, and that's when I went in. I lifted this, and I could see. I was on this side, and I looked up, and that's how I put things back down, because there was an image there, and I said, oh, I'm all right.
Now, you said there was no animosity towards Ted Kennedy. Did you ever get him?
I tried to. Sometimes you go like this, holding us apart. Yeah, we played against him a couple of times. I saw him the other day. We laughed. Well, Lou Padanato and myself had little problems, and Emile Francis used to put him out against me to, like as he said, to intimidate, because he's hit even if he weren't near the puck, you know. So we were going along, and he was leaning over for the puck, and I was chasing him, and he saw me, and he would boom, hit me with the end of the stick and split my lip. So I took a swing at his head on the way down, and I'm kind of in a little daze, getting whacked in the mouth, and so we took a whack at one another, and then we got thrown in the penalty bench, and Lou was saying, "What's the matter with your lip, Gordie?" You know, it's really good. And that crowd were cheering. So it wasn't long after that I was doing the same thing. You know, the light bulb going on. What are you doing? And when he came back, I got there first, and I cut his ear, and it dropped, and it felt good, I must admit, because after that hurt, and I loosened a couple of teeth. So when I got him, I'm in it. What's the matter with your ear, Louis? He came up with a turban on it. It was really quite funny.